What's up, Wiz Nation, Wiz fans? How's it going, y'all? How's it going? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, Cam Mingo. Yes, you saw we got breaking news, but we got two breaking news. Well, first, we're going to talk about the Jordan Poole trade. Yes, Jordan Poole is no longer a Wizard. And we're going to talk about the NBA draft. But let's talk about this Jordan Poole trade for a bit. I was a little surprised he been traded because he was on some trade talks going to into the offseason. We thought he was going to Orlando. Remember that for that, but instead Orlando got Desmond Bain in that trade, so he was off the put. So I thought, I thought he was safe for at least for now. But when I found out that he got traded to the Pelicans, I'm like, the Pelicans? Out of all teams, he went to New Orleans. So here's the summary. We traded Jordan Poole and Sadiq Bey, who didn't play all last season. The 40th pick of this draft, but in return we got CJ McCollum and that freaking Kelly Olynyk. Y'all remember him? That name, Kelly Olynyk, the one who killed us in Game 7 around eight years ago. So where how long it was? The man who ruined our shot at getting to the East Finals 8 years ago, and everyone Twitter was pissing like him on our team, that guy, yeah. But hopefully he gets rerouted somewhere else because we probably ain't gonna need him anyway. But McCollum, I say he's gonna help us a lot. Because he's a vet and everything, can shoot, but honestly, we got all them vets on our team. We got McCollum, we got Smart, we got Middleton, and Olynyk. I say this: at least one or two is being gone, somewhere else. But because we got so many guards on our team, you know what I'm saying, including the one that we drafted. We're going to talk about in a moment. But yeah, I know McCollum. He's here. He's gonna start or back up. To me, he's probably be a backup at the moment. But we gonna see. And to honestly, with these guards on the team, and we see our vets like Kispert. If I mention him, he could get moved as well. But anyway, Poole is gone. Going to miss him like we say on the show. Jordan Poole, we like to thank you for your time, 2 years in DC. I'm going to miss saying, I say it for the last 2 years. It's a what party? Pool party. And who's invited? Everybody. I definitely will not forget. First time in DC. I remember they wanted you out of here when we were struggling, and you moved to the bench. And once you moved to the bench, things changed. He became the Jordan Poole we saw in Golden State. But his past season was, but he had some moments, especially that game-winning shot against Denver. That was my favorite Jordan moment as a Wizard. So Jordan Poole, best luck in New Orleans, bud. And now the second breaking news.
With the 6th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select Tre Johnson from the University of Texas.
Now, before we get into the draft picks, I want to talk about one thing. Freaking Ace Bailey. We were this close to getting Ace Bailey as a Wizard. You can see from his face when he drafted by Utah, he did not want to be a Utah Jazz. He made it clear that he did not want to be drafted in the top 5. We knew Dow was going to get Cooper Flag. We knew Santos was going to get Dylan Harper. But 3, 4, and 5, he's like, don't pick me. And what happened? Utah just said, you know what? We'll take you. Because he didn't want to go to Philadelphia. He didn't want to go to Charlotte. And I mentioned for Utah. It was 3 teams he wanted to go to. It was either Washington, New Orleans, and Brooklyn. So, yeah. Utah, y'all can have him. But welcome to DC, Tre Johnson. Yes, the newest Wizard. because he was my second choice. If Ace was taken, I said get Tre Johnson, and then I said we got the best shooter in the draft. So and people, he can flat out shoot. I seen a little bit of him in college, but I'm looking at highlights. I'm like, I said this kid gonna be nice for us. Cause I look at him. I said in about 2-3 years, he's gonna be an all-star in this league. Because once you get a guy who can like shoot the ball, then I got no problem with that. We that time was the best shooter. Remember the name Bradley Beal. I remember in his class he wasn't the quote the best shooter in the draft, but it turned out to be Damian Lillard. But yeah, we got the best shooter in the draft, y'all, in Tre Johnson, y'all. Good. Can imagine him and Bub together as the new backcourt. Almost every year we always get a backcourt duo. We had this in my years with Gilbert Arenas, Larry Hughes, John Wall, Bradley Beal, and now enter Tre and Bub. But it's gonna be like competition at guard position because you got McCollum and Milton and Smart, and some is gonna be moved by the way. But Tre Johnson, welcome aboard, bro. You're gonna do some good things for us. And the next player we gotten is Will Riley for Illinois. I said, who is that? I don't know who he is, but excuse me. I said, who? I don't know who he is, but what I heard from, he's a very versatile player, small forward. He sounds similar to what Keyshawn George did for us last year. So he'll be probably our backup small. He'll be power forward at some point, but likely he's like the small forward on the team. And the last person, I'm like, who is he? His name is Jamir Watkins. I know he's gonna fit in there, but he's probably gonna be like a two-way player on our team. So, welcome our 3 rookies: Tre Johnson, Will Riley, Jamir Watkins. Can't wait to see what y'all do in assembly. Now, before we leave, I want to get back to the Jordan Poole situation. But getting in the pool, we got cap room going to next summer. We can get any good player we want coming next summer. Not this summer, next summer. So, yeah. Also for Lee, I want to shout out to Will Dawkins. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Just keep cooking because you're doing a great job of building this team from the ground up and to now. Just keep doing it because you're doing a great job drafting, but getting Bilal, Sar, Carrington, George, Tre, Jamir, and Will. I'm like, Will Dawkins has not missed yet in this draft. He missed one player. That was Vucevic and Tristan. That was the only player that he messed upon. Well, the rest of them, he's been cooking. So can't wait to see what these 3 youngsters are going to assemble. Speaking of summer league, you might see our 3 rooks from last year. Now they're sophomore now in Bub, Sar, and George. You might see them play at least two games in summer league because I think our GM Dawkins said because he done it in past Oklahoma City. No matter how good you are, you're gonna play in summer league. I don't know how many games he'll play. I say he's gonna play 2 games and let the young other rooks do what they do. So you're gonna see me again, probably after the summer league is over, like last year. We'll do a summer league recap and see what we do in free agency because free agency are began. We haven't done nothing yet, so I'm still waiting on what we're gonna do in free agency. I expect to make some trade. I expect them to get some free agents, but I expect some trades to go down for us. You know what I'm saying? Like last year, we signed 2 guys last year. That was Jonas and Sadiq Bey, and now they're gone. So expect a trade to go down probably in a couple of days. So yeah, it was a short show. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all know the deal. Follow on Twitter at Camingo, and same on Instagram. And my Wiz page, Twitter at Wiz Nation, Instagram Nation_Wiz. Thank y'all. Peace.